So, the first 10 chapters of Austraeoh, those being, let me just look it up real quick, those being sunrise, map, food, flash, spring, cabin, cave, limestone, eels, and stalactite. Yeah, so I kind of want to apologize to you guys first for the delay in getting this first video out. I thought it'd be a lot easier to make, shoot these videos, edit them, get them on. It took a little bit longer to actually, get myself around to actually reading all 10 chapters. I started the first couple really easily, and then I had to kind of stop for a bit to focus on other projects. But I finally got through the first 10, and the next 10 I think will be a lot easier. So basically, to focus on the plot of these 10 chapters, that's a little difficult because it's actually very spaced out. I think it comes down mostly to the writing style of this story. Because the writing style with the briskness of the chapters, it actually feels more like, and to think of the best ways to think about it, it feels like journal entries. It feels like if you were to take a story or an adventure, you're writing down the highlights of what has occurred, not actually what happened to you every single step of the way. That with this, it seems very much like, oh, she comes across a cabin, oh, she gets a drink of water, oh, she comes across this place that's not on her map. That's kind of cool. The only thing of major note that takes over several chapters is, well, first let me go into the plot. As far as the plot as I can tell, Rainbow Dash is traveling east. Yes, the synopsis is literally the only definitive aspect of the story that I know, for certain at this moment. However, there are a few subtle clues that seem to be hinting that something very serious is happening. And I think the main six might be dead. That's just a guess. She's carrying around the element of loyalty, but she doesn't seem to be, she doesn't seem to want to talk about her friends. She doesn't mention them. The fact that, she's exceedingly quiet, which actually comes down also to one of the primary aspects of this story. Good God, there is no dialogue. There is no dialogue at all. I never thought I'd miss quotation marks, but good God, I want some conversation. She hasn't run into anybody. I mean, the only thing she's run into is an abandoned cabin in the woods and a bunch of cave eels, like the ones from May the Best Pet Win. But these ones are much more ferocious, much more vicious. But she hasn't talked. There's been no kind of dialogue at all. It's just been, it's just kind of been the descriptors of the author talking about what Rainbow Dash is seeing. But what I do like, and what makes this story so interesting so far, is that what she's seeing is exceedingly interesting to me. I like this idea because 10 chapters in to the first story of what's supposed to be, I think, 12, the 12 stories with 200 chapters each, the first 10 of the first book have already given me so much of a world I want to see. I want to see more. And when she starts meeting other characters, which, based upon the conversations I'm seeing in, the chats, which aren't giving me a whole lot of descriptors about what's going to happen, except eventually someone will talk. Eventually, if we're going to get more characters, we're going to get more places, and I'm really interested to see what that happens, because there is something interesting going on. There's a mystery involved, and I want to know it. So yeah, it's a good start. The first 10 chapters, really strong. I don't really have anything in particular that really stands out about it, but I will keep on reading. It's definitely, if you're thinking about getting into this series, I got hooked on the first 10 chapters. I'm going to check out the rest. I highly recommend you guys do as well. And you guys can follow me along on the rest of these stories. Now, these videos, for those of you who aren't aware, will be coming out every 10 chapters I finish, with a concluding chapter, with a concluding video at the end of each book. So, 200 chapters in a book, that's, 20 videos for every book, plus one concluding chapter, or one concluding story, like book summarization video, basically. So that's going to be 21 per video. Alright, so, with that out of the way, we're going to get to our next 10, which will be, stars, dizzy, twinkling, trail, ponies, flint, taste, vast, delicious, and survey. Okay, those will be the next 10. They look to be about the same relative length in size, I guess, averaging out as the previous 10, but they should go by much faster because I have more of a motivation to, to get those stories in. So, with any luck, I'll get my next video out much sooner than this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll hopefully have some other videos out for you guys, both on, not only on this channel, but on my main channel as well. I am the Brony Critic. See you guys next time.